This is the beaded bail we're going to make. I put this one on a chain, which works nicely, but I also put several more on 4mm cords, which look nice as well. And the back of the bail looks like that. So that is what we're going to make. Okay, we're going to be turning this earring component into a pendant by making a matching bail. So because this particular piece was made with 4mm dark gold round beads, I'm going to use that in the bail as well as the gold Toho seed beads. So those are going to be the two materials that we're going to need. If I had a component that was using 4mm crystals, I could use that instead, whether it's round crystal or bicone. It's just basically to create a bail that matches the piece, so you can kind of turn an earring component into a pendant. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with our component that we want to add a bail to make it into a pendant. And the thread is coming out, we're starting with the thread coming out of the top bead there. We're going to start by adding 3 11-0 seed beads and going back through that top seed bead. I'm going to flip this over because I like working this way. So I'm going to go through the next 2 seed beads so that I'm at the top. Now I'm going to thread on a 4mm and 11-0 seed bead, a 4mm, 11-0 seed bead, and a 4mm. And I'm going to go back through that top bead plus the next one. Kind of pull that, I'm going to flip it back over, pull that tight. Now at this point I'm going to put on 4 more seed beads and go through this seed bead. Then I'm going to thread on 5 seed beads and go through this seed bead. Okay, and I'll put 4 more on, 4 more seed beads on. And I'm going to go through this seed bead as well as the one in the middle. From here, I want to go through the next 4 seed beads. So I want to go through this one. And 3 more. Now that I'm coming out of this seed bead here, I'm going to put on 7 seed beads. So I've got 7 seed beads on there. And I'm going to go through the top 3 seed beads here. Okay, I'm going to kind of turn this around, put 7 more seed beads on. Got 7 more seed beads, and I'll go through these 3 seed beads. From here, I want to go through, follow this around the next 9 seed beads around to here. So I'm going to go through these seed beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to skip this bead to make a corner, so I'll pop that out. Okay, I'm going to skip that bead and I'm going to go through the next 9 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, before I make this corner, I'm going to make the back. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put on 9 seed beads, starting to form the back loop of the veil. Got 9 seed beads here, and I'm going to go through this large seed bead that was originally at the top of the component. We want this is the back loop. And we are on the back, so we kind of want that loop to be here. We're going to put 9 more on to make the second loop on the other side. Got 9 seed beads here, and I want to go through after the corner and go this way. So I'm going to flip it over just to make it a little easier. Got the 9 seed beads, and I want to go through, after this corner, I want to go through the next 5 seed beads. So these loops are in the back here. Okay, I'm going to flip this back over. Now what I want to do is kind of keep these loops in the back by putting a couple of more loops on there. So what we're going to do is from here we're going to put on 4 seed beads. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 from the loop and go down the next 5. Pull that tight. See how that's just pulled this loop in a little bit. I'm going to go through what used to be the top of the component, that large seed bead. I'm going to go back up 5 more on this loop. Okay, and I'll put 4 seed beads on. I've put 4 seed beads on, and I want to go through that same top center seed bead and go this way. So it's a little easier if I flip it over. I go through that top middle bead and going through a total of 5 seed beads here. I'm going to go through 4 first. And I'll catch this 5th one here. So now I can make this corner like I did over here by skipping the seed bead and going back down the rest. And that seed bead should pop out to be a corner. All right, so this is pretty much the beaded bail. We can weave back through a little bit and tie knots, so I'll go ahead and do that. Just continue it around a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my needle under this thread here to tie a knot. Make a loop, go through it once, go through it twice. Okay, and I can snip that off. And this is what the back looks like. And I can see that I can put up to 4 millimeter diameter through that. Or I could just put a chain through it. And it's lovely, it matches the piece. I happen to have this 4 millimeter gold cord. It's a pre-made that I'm just going to feed through the bail. Just to kind of show, it can be threaded onto as big as a 4 millimeter. You could have a string of pearls that were 4 millimeter, but that's about the diameter of this bail. So it makes a nice matching bail, so it's like one cohesive piece, which I think is really nice. That's it.